say that,
and things
yeah,
like that?
it's what we are seeing right now. It's more like each one of your co-founders, you need to have like skills that it's a kind of like it's additional skills, yes, complementary skills for each one of you. Because again, once you are here, you will face a lot of different challenges. So each one of you will need to have a really strong background in whatever you are like doing, because you will be like the responsible of like going forward and so on. For instance, if you're like the CTO, you have like a lot of different things that you need to understand how it works here. Maybe you need just to evolve the platform and so on. So you need to be really like deep into that. And then like the CEO will be the one like going through like grants or even like investments and so on. It needs to be clear what's going to be each one of the roles, and you need to have a really strong background just to support on that.
And when the permanent residency is out, is there still and the co-founder is messing up, what can happen in that kind of scenario? So they now have a permanent residency. I mean, they're supposed to still be building their startup ultimately. What could happen in those kind of scenarios?
The only problem is always like the immigration pathway. Once you have the PRs, you can go ahead and redo like the incorporation, just take him off and so on. It's not a problem at all. The point is like you just need to keep together through the whole immigration process.
Okay, and build a successful startup out of it as well, as you need to. All right, cool. So let's talk about co-founder issues, and I think that will be the last question before the final words. And co-founder issue question, let me paint the scenario. So we support a few visa opportunities where if your co-founder is messing up, it may affect the entire company. It may jeopardize the ability for the others to be able to settle. Specifically would be the UK self-sponsorship route. This is one of the routes that we currently support on the platform. And one of the things we want is that if you're coming on that particular route, ensure that these are co-founders you trust who are ready to work with you in the long haul, so that you don't get to year 3 of a 5-year, 6-year journey and then company has scattered and you have to look for other routes. So that's the background of this question. And so the question is, what if my co-founder after 2 years says they are not doing again, they want to leave, they are not working in the startup again? Marcel, what would happen in that case? And the permanent residency isn't yet out. What happens to the startup at that case?
Yeah, it's going to be a problem because it's the same as UK. So once we issue the letter of support, you cannot change any detail around, just because otherwise we jeopardize the whole case. So for instance, in the middle of the process, like during these 3 years, one of the co-founders, they just want to like step back. It's going to be a problem because the whole case will be rejected. So I would say that you need to choose really well your co-founders, because it's a marriage. You need to keep with them until the end of the process, at least.
Yeah.